Hello everyone, this is Robyn. Welcome to mypinkstamper.com. We're going to do a fun faux stained glass window technique. I hope you like it. It's super easy. This is a very quick card, but you would not know that looking at the card. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. You can find everything you see today in my shop at shopmypinkstamper.com. I'll have the item code as well as the description on the screen and the sizes if I've cut any cardstock or paper or anything else. Okay, we are going to go ahead and start with our stamping. And we're going to be stamping on a piece of this is a window sheet. And I have it cut down to 3 3/4. Do I have that? 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, and we're going to be using the Beautiful Moments stamp set. I've chosen to use this image. And then we're also going to be using You're Somebody's Blessing down here. So those are the only two stamp sets from the Beautiful Moments. And we're going to be stamping using the STAZON Jet Black ink. And I'll go ahead and grab my stamp. And I'm just going to ink this up upside down just so I can make sure I don't get any on my block. This stays on. It's a little bit harder to get off of your block, so just be careful. And then we're going to stamp this right in the center without smearing it. It's kind of hard when you're stamping on the window sheets to not smear it a little bit. Okay, I did a good job. And then I'm going to let it sit just for a few minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, while we have the black ink pad out, I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of our Pool Party cardstock. This is cut at 3/4 inch by 3 3/4. And we'll go ahead and just stamp the sentiment that says, You're Somebody's Blessing. Just stamp that right here in the center of that. And then now we can put this away. And I'm going to use a piece of our grid paper. Now we're going to be using our Stampin' Blends. I said stamping. And I'm going to turn this over, but sometimes there might be just a little bit that didn't quite set in. So I kind of rubbed that off over here. And now make sure that this is upside down. And I'm going to start with the dark Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blend. And I'm going to stamp I'm going to color the little girl's hair. Now we're just stamping. Remember, this is the opposite side, so the ink shouldn't be on this side. And then I'm using dark, soft suede, and I'm going to color. Kind of looks like the same color, it's just a little bit darker actually. Okay. And now I'm going to be using dark Bermuda Bay, or light Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to color the dress, this dress of the taller girl. You like how it's making the squeak sound? You might not, sorry. So this will set up and it'll dry. And then now I'm going to take dark Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blend. Sorry, I can't speak today. All right, and I'm just going to color her dress because it's pink. So pretty. Now I'll go ahead and I'm just going to use the ivory. We also have bronze. You can use whatever color blend that you'd like. I'm just going to add a little color to the arms and legs and feet and hands. Just a little bit. You're not even going to see much of it. Okay, and now we're going to take the last color, which is the dark Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to just do the grass. I'm sorry, it sounds so squeaky. Okay, now you can just let that set for a little bit, maybe a minute or 2 minutes, and then we will come back and complete this card. Okay, while that is just setting a little bit, we're going to pull out our die cut machine. And I'm going to take a piece of crumb cake cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And I'm going to take one of our shapes, one of our dies from our layering ovals dies. And this is going to go right on here. It's going to go, you want to make sure that you have a space on the bottom that you can fit this. So just make sure you have a little bit of space to put that, okay? And go down just a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'm going to run this through. And we're kind of making a window card, and this is basically the same way you make a shaker card, but we're just not adding anything in it to shake. This is my work surface. It's nice and smooth. I get this question a lot, so I'll show you guys that. It's just for my videos and my filming. It helps me to get a better light resolution for you guys for my projects. So that should have answered some of your questions. Okay, now we're going to pull this back over here. I'm going to turn this around, just make sure that, there we go, it's actually all set. And what I'm going to do now is take this piece here, turn it over. I'm going to grab some of our snail adhesive, and I'm going to just put it around all where the window sheet. And we might have to do a little bit of cutting, and that's okay, because this is going to be up here and that's going to be down there. So I probably want to cut off about maybe 1/4 of an inch. This is our new paper trimmer. I think I'm going to cut actually probably a good 1/2 of an inch off the top. Okay, and set this aside. And now, let me see, that should be good. Okay, I'm going to put this on right here, and it's just going to pick up right where that is. Isn't that so fun? And now we can complete our card. We're actually almost done. So that was the hardest part. Now we're going to take a piece of, this is Blushing Bride cardstock. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. I'm going to fold this over. And then I'm going to just start layering these up. I'll take this piece right here that we already stamped on. I'm going to grab my adhesive, and we're just going to put this on the bottom from side to side, just like that. Okay, and I can set this over here. Now I'm taking a piece of our regular Whisper White cardstock. This is cut at 4 by 5.25. I'll go ahead and put adhesive on it, and I'm gonna add it on my Blushing Bride cardstock. And now we are almost done. We're gonna turn this over, and now I'm using our foam adhesive strips. This is where if you wanted to make it a shaker card, you could add maybe sand in there or something like that if you wanted to. I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna show you the effect that it has now that I've left it clear. It's actually really very pretty. And so I hope you guys will try this if you haven't already. And don't forget to tag me at Robyn Stamps, ROBYN Stamps, if you post it on Instagram or if you post it on Facebook. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off like this. Here we go. And we are almost done with our final card. And this is going to go right on here. Just make sure you kind of put it on there evenly. And look at that. Is that so gorgeous? It gives you a window. It gives you more of a 3-dimensional effect because it has the window right there. Here's the one that I made when I designed it. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. I hope to see you over on my website, mypinkstamper.com. And please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you thought of my technique card. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.